What's up, everybody? Welcome into Just Talking Ball. It is October 15th, 2025. Week 8 of the NFL is here. It's me and Big Web once again on Wednesday night. You guys get involved on TikTok or on YouTube. We are live from the50.com if you want to get involved with the program. It's pretty simple. You can leave a voicemail if you have your picks of the day. If you want to talk shit on one of our picks, you can do whatever you want. You can talk fantasy football. We do that as well. Get involved from the50.com. Big Web, how we doing?
Oh, boy, you can talk shit on our picks. It's been ugly, man. It's been ugly. Tough league this year.
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. I'm red hot. I'm hitting parlays like a motherfucker. It's great. I mean, I don't know.
I'm sure you have had a weekend.
And, I mean, I don't want to get into it right away. I was going to save it for Sunday, but that unfaithful parlay, as we can see here on YouTube, I'm going to see if I can zoom in here on the board. But, I'm going to get into this more on Sunday, but there was only one pick that missed. And it was from the guy that was out sick for the day, and also it was the Atlanta Falcons when you had a triple up. So I'd like to kind of throw an asterisk at that one a little bit. We'll talk about it more on Sunday with the boys, but I mean, 3 out of 4 ain't bad,
You think I jinxed you? You're saying?
I know you jinxed us. It's pretty much it's unfathomable. It's actually very impressive how bad they play when you really lean on them.
It was insane on Sunday because they really played well the week before, and one of the commentators said it, and you can see it in their points for and points against. They can move the ball, and they're very talented, but they don't frickin' score.
Yeah,
they don't score. They're not red zone friendly. They don't make it happen.
Yeah, they don't. They're so up and down.
It's a shame because there's a lot of talent on a football team on both sides of the ball. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know why they're inconsistent. Maybe Penix is a little bit overrated at this point. I'm not saying. I mean, Kirk played shitty last year too. I don't know if it's just the quarterback play. I don't know if it's the coaching. But I'm with you. They got so much talent, they just can't keep it together. But it's something. Big Web. I mean, look, I sat there. I loved San Francisco so much after you tripled up on Atlanta that I actually put them in a parlay that won me money on Sunday night. So it's crazy. It's an insane storyline we have on the program. But it started as a joke, and now it's not a joke anymore. It's a legitimate way to make money. It really is.
Anything I could do to help, man.
God bless you. That's a father looking out for his son right there. That's a good thing.
There you go.
Mark says Rodgers is going to be fired up for Sunday night. Yep, playing against the Packers in Pittsburgh. That's probably the biggest game of the weekend. I would say, I mean, I looked at a few others, Giants, Eagles, just because the Giants beat the Eagles in New York a couple weeks ago. I'm not really sure. Others are kind of shitty. I mean, this year's kind of weird. Like, all the good teams right now are playing the kind of subpar teams. You got Colts, Titans, you got I guess Broncos, Cowboys will be a pretty good one. Browns, Patriots is going to be blah. Jets, Bengals is going to be really blah. Bears, Ravens, you never know. So there's a few more intriguing matchups, but some that are just awful, really awful.
Yeah, well, you're right. It's kind of mismatches, but hell, we got 6 teams on bye this week. 6.
Yeah. Crazy.
And then Thursday night and Monday night. So it, like we've talked all year, it kind of lessens the Sunday slate. But some of these weeks, the schedule masters just don't line them up. I mean, you would think there'd be some huge spreads, but there's so much parity. There's only a couple with real big spreads.
That's actually something I was going to bring up because you and I have had this conversation off air, and I'm wondering what the audience thinks because, we've had these differences in schedules per week. So this week is actually, I think, the most buys they've had so far. There's 6 teams on bye: Arizona, Jacksonville, Detroit, Vegas, the Rams, and Seattle. I mean, it's a lot of teams. So you're thinking this week that there's not going to be a great schedule as far as lineup goes for if there's an early game on Sunday with this London and Ireland stuff, how many games at noon, how many 3 o'clocks, how many Monday nights. This week, Big Web, with 6 teams on bye. I'm a huge fan of the layout. You ready for this? We got 7 games at noon this week. 9's the best to me. I love having them all. 7's a good number. 3 at 3 o'clock. It's perfect for my basement. 3 TVs across the board. 1 Sunday night football game, 1 Monday night football game, and that's the way it should be. It's a beautiful layout. It is.
I like that. I like that for sure.
I can't
It's back
stand
to
that early
where
game
it
on
kinda
Sundays.
used to be.
I'm over it. I know what they're trying to do. They're marketing to other countries, and maybe they'll expand there at some point. But as a fan, I'm not into it yet at 8:30 in the morning. And those games have all been shitty. Unless I'm missing something, they've just been really just crappy games.
They have not been competitive whatsoever. And no, it's a waste of time. And this stupid ass Monday night double up. I don't watch both games. I just pick one and watch it. It's like we lose a game. We just lose a game there. So
Mark says flex scheduling should happen after week 6. I'm guessing he means based on like the
record.
ratings, or no? You're saying like between the teams. Like that's a little early to me. That's a little early. I don't know. The thing is, the way it's set up, though, you have to play your division twice. So regardless, they never have flex scheduling. They have set schedules. If he's talking about who's playing when, that happens at the end of the year when it's getting close to playoffs. But flex scheduling would be crazy. That would be kind of, actually, I guess, kind of dumb. They can't do it that way because of tickets and whatnot.
Like you said, I was just talking about flex time scheduling.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like flex. I thought he was for a second talking about flex team scheduling.
You can't do that.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding. But I think with the timing, the 2 Monday night games sucks. I mean, to have a 9 o'clock Central start for the second game on Monday was ridiculous. 10 o'clock Eastern. So that game wasn't getting over till 1 in the morning for people on the East Coast. Absolutely insane. And then the Thursday night game's fine. It's normal. Thursday, a good noon slate, a few at 3 o'clock, 1 Sunday night, 1 Monday night, to me is the perfect layout. I love that. Got a full college football slate on Saturday. This early game shit, double Monday night football, I'm not a fan. I'm really not. So
well, we got stuff to do on Sunday morning, man. We're busy. We're doing the podcast. We got stuff going on, and there's a lot of people that have other stuff going on Sunday mornings, and they want to settle down at noon, and they're like, okay, we just missed a game.
I got kids I got to feed. I've got diapers I'm changing. I got shit I'm trying to get ready for the day before the show starts, before football starts. It's a lot going on. By the way, funny story. My oldest tonight, I was playing Tickle Monster with her, the claw and all that, and she looks me right in the eye. She goes, "Dada, calm down." That's what she tells me. Calm down, she says. I was like, where'd you hear calm down? It was hilarious. I just bursted out laughing. So I just, gotta love it. She's at that fun age now where just everything she says is like, well, what'd you hear that? It's crazy. Down. Dad, calm down. Okay, sorry.
Hey,
put the claw back.
One for you. I got one for you here, buddy. So I pulled some teams out here. AFC, I got 5 teams, and NFC, I got 4 teams. And the criteria here is points for and points against. These teams are all at least 20 points from points for and points against. They're 20 above, and some of them are even more than that. But there's a lot of teams other than these 9 teams, and it's crazy because these 9 teams are the ones that you can count on in the league. So would you think those things would run together? The fact that they have achieved points for and points against. They're playing offense and defense. It's how the game's supposed to be played.
Right.
And when you know it, these are the top 9 teams that you feel most comfortable with. So I'll hit you with a few of them.
And you're saying most points for, most and least against, like the best differences?
Best ratio between the two.
Yeah.
Best separation.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So let's.
Can I guess
how many you get?
I'd like to. Yeah. Lions got to be in there.
The Lions and the NFC are in there, yes.
Lions this is all NFC? This is the full NFL.
I got 4 in the NFC and 5 in the AFC.
Okay, Colts are in there for sure.
There, yes, sir.
Probably Green Bay for the NFC.
Green Bay is in there.
I don't know about Eagles. I'll say the Eagles.
Eagles are over 500, but only by 5. 174, 165 against.
Man, they have been giving up a lot of points. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think it's Buffalo. Is it Kansas City? Is Kansas City there now?
Kansas City, 186 over 124.
Nice. Okay. I'll take a stab at a few more. I'm gonna go Dallas, probably.
No, Dallas didn't get there. They're going to get there, but they're 222 over 206 right now. 16 different.
They've given up 206 points already? Holy shit.
Yeah,
I know their defense has been rough, but not that rough. Wow. All right, I'll go with one more. Tampa Bay. No, I don't know. They've been close games, and they just lost the Lions by double digits. Bucks are probably not in there, right?
Tampa is not in there. They got 174 points for and 175 points against.
Jesus. I want to say 49ers. I think they're too close as well.
7 over. 49ers are 7 over. The other ones in the NFC are the Seahawks, 193 over 136, and
wow.
the Rams 175 over 117.
The Rams are the team I keep forgetting about because, like, with the Puka injury, and I just feel like they haven't had standout games. I mean, we were discussing this off air too. There's not really a lot of standout teams this year that you're really scared of. Like, there's not one team that you're like they're absolutely dominant. If you want to say one that's been that way a little bit, it's Indianapolis, which is ridiculous. Exactly. But that's where we're at.
Exactly, buddy.
You know,
Indy is 232 over 140. My God, that's awesome.
Unbelievable. That's awesome. I mean, it's, someone else brought it up. It talks about some of these quarterbacks that are drafted into just the absolute worst franchises or just in a terrible spot with, the way they're drafted and protected on that team. Sam Darnold did it with the Jets. He didn't do well with the Panthers. They put him with the freaking Vikings last year, and he becomes almost an MVP candidate. Then you put him in Seattle. He's still putting up good numbers. And now you got a guy in Daniel Jones who we've been shitting on forever, and it was deserved because of the numbers he was putting up. And now you put him behind a decent offensive line and a lot more weapons. I mean, it's craziness. It really depends not just on talent, but who's around you. And you always wonder what if with some of these quarterbacks in the past, like who's been close that never made it because they just got drafted by an absolute shit franchise,
Never had a line in front of them. Yeah, no. I agree. Some of those guys get totally lost. So just to finish this up, the AFC Patriots are 181 over 133, man. They're playing good ball. Buffalo's 167 over 137. Colts, like you mentioned, 232 over 140. Broncos, 163 over 127. And you already talked about the Chiefs, 186 over 124. So it's crazy, but when you get a warm fuzzy on a Sunday morning on who you're going to pick, listen to these teams: Rams, Seahawks, Packers, Lions, Colts, Broncos, Chiefs, Patriots, Bills. I mean, these are the teams. That ratio, points for, points against, is what makes us feel comfortable. You look at other teams and you're confident about them, like somebody like Dallas. Mm-hmm. Like Dallas, you're confident about them, but hell, Dallas has 222 for and 206 against.
You know what's funny about that is the three teams I've been keying on that have won me a lot of parlays the last few weeks. One of them struggled early. I didn't take them until they started winning, and that's the Bears. Bears are on a 4-game winning streak. That's when I started betting them. So that's probably where their numbers are skewed. Dallas, another team I waited on that I've been betting like crazy. They've turned it on the last few weeks. And the Bucs have been a team besides Detroit. I didn't bet against them with the Lions, obviously. They've also been a covering machine this year. And money line winning by how many games have they won by less than 7? Like all of them almost? They've been close.
They've been unreal, but the injury bug has smacked them this week now with Evans. It's just that one hurts so bad.
Yeah.
It hurt right in the middle of the game against Lions, but now it's I don't know. It's a struggle for him now. He made stuff happen without a lot of weapons. Now he's really diminished. So
they've won 5 games this year. They're 5-2, lost to Detroit 24-9 on Monday night. The other game they lost was against Philly 31-25, and they beat San Francisco in Week 6 30-19. Dad, the 4 other wins that they've had are by 3 points or less. 4 of the wins, 3 points or less. 38-35 Seattle, 3-point win over Atlanta, 1-point win over Houston, 2-point win over New York. The Jets, by the way, the worst team in football. It's crazy. They're that team this year that's just hanging on by a thread. Now they got the injuries, it's going to start hurting them. It's craziness. Yeah, the Bucs have been that team that's just squeaking by.
Like the Kansas City Chiefs were last year. That's what they did.
Yeah.
So. And
we'll see what happens.
The Chiefs are Chiefs are rolling now. I mean, they seem to be on fire.
Yeah.
So.
It's going to be fun to see who comes out of nowhere. Let's read some of these comments here. Let's see. Jordan Love or Joe Flacco? That's from Cooper. Jordan Love, I looked at against the Steelers a little bit. I would take him anyway. I mean, Flacco had a great week. I know they're playing the Jets. I just don't know if I want to see more. And my whole thing is, like, okay, not even I want to see more. I know what I'm going to get from Flacco. Could have a big week, but, like, Jordan Love is that much better of a quarterback. I'm going to take Jordan Love in this one. I just... I couldn't sleep at night if I took Joe Flacco in my lineup over Jordan Love, and then obviously Love will probably outscore him. So take Love. Don't play games like that. Just take Love. If you had another tough one, like I think they benched Fields this week. They're starting Tyrod Taylor, I believe. If you had like Tyrod Taylor or Joe Flacco, then start Flacco. But otherwise, don't play those games. You don't have to do that. Let's see. I'm in a 16-man league PPR. Do I pick up Jerry Jeudy and drop Mike Evans? Yeah, Evans is done for, they said, probably the year. If he does come back, I'm guessing it's going to be week 14 or more. And that's usually when playoffs are done anyway, depending on your league. So I think you're done, man. Well, no, I take that back. It's the regular season's over by week 13. I dropped him. I don't think it's worth even keeping him. I think he's done. Especially if he's not going to be able to get his 1,000-yard season. So I wouldn't keep a roster spot. I would definitely drop him for sure. I think he's done. Otten or Gadsden start 2. Nico even if he plays. Tet, Saquon, Addison. I'm so confused. Okay, so he's 2 questions. Otten or Gadsden. Gadsden had a pretty good... I think we got the end zone last weekend, didn't he? Let me see what his game log is. I'd probably say Otten, though, because of all the injuries with Tampa. I'm huge on Tez Johnson right now, if you have a waiver wire pickup, because Godwin's also out this week, and Baker's got to throw to somebody. So it's going to be Igbuka and probably Tez Johnson, so I don't hate that. Gadsden last week, 9 targets, 7 receptions, 164, and a touchdown, Big Web. Big-time day for the tight end for the Chargers. Maybe you want to ride that as well. But Otten with the injuries, I don't hate, and it's against the Saints. What do you think, Dad? I don't know. I go back and forth.
I'd still take Gadsden because
after that week, I guess. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but also the Bucs are so depleted. Even though Otten's a receiver for them, they could be focusing on defense. Could be focusing on him. So
he's also got Gadsden's got 17 targets and 14 receptions in 2 games, the last 2 games. So he is on a good streak right now. Okay, I'll go ahead and say Gadsden too. I mean, you got to ride the hot hand, see how he does. I agree with that. And then start 2, Nico, if he plays, Tet, Saquon, Addison. I mean, to me, Saquon's an automatic start every week. And I probably would go with Texans playing the
I'd probably go Addison because I heard Nico is out this week.
How's the Chargers' pass defense been? Pretty bad. They're playing Thursday night against the Vikings. I don't like. I mean, I just picked up Justin Jefferson. I got him in a trade for the Vikings. Even though I don't love their quarterback situation, I haven't seen enough from them yet. I guess I go Nico in that spot, but he's also been kind of trash against the Niners.
Chargers have given up, I don't know about passing, but 38 points, 27 points, and 27 points last 3.
Yeah.
So
I go back and forth. I'll go ahead and say Addison, but I think Jefferson has a good day too. The important question is, where did you get that St. Louis poster? That's from Haley. Ordered it, so I actually have 3 of them. 1 Lions, 1 behind me, a Blues 1, and then a Cardinals 1. I became a Lions fan when the Rams left. So from St. Louis, obviously, it's the same guy who made the posters, or I guess he painted it. His name's P.D. Moreno. So if you search P.D. P.D. Moreno, Moreno, and then you search your team, I think he's got like every team he made. And I found the St. Louis Cardinals and Blues ones, put them in frames, and got my Lions one off of Amazon. So yeah, there you go. That's where we got that.
That's a cool poster. That's not the first time you've gotten that question.
I know. Yeah. Well, that was for the other one. I got a 2005 Final Four poster when it was in St. Louis when Illinois lost to UNC. that you got me when I was probably 11 years old. That's pretty neat. That's still hanging out here. It's been through a few frames, Big Web, but we're rocking and rolling with this thing.
That's what it's all about, man.
We're upgrading always. Manungai, Jennings, Leggett, and Flex. That's from Josh. So Manungai got in the end zone first time in his career last week. Leggett had a big week for the first time in forever, maybe his whole career last week. And Juwan Jennings, I have no idea what he did, but he is. I think
Jennings
he's back
had a couple key catches last week.
He's back from injury fully, I think, now, which is good. But I also think Pearsall's back this week. Okay. Let's see. Panthers are going up against the Bills, whose defense has been god-awful. And then the Bears are playing the Ravens at home. Don't they have their linebackers back? Baltimore does, right?
They still don't have enough, but if they win, they got to outscore them. They got to outscore the Bears.
Well, yes, usually you have to outscore the other team to win.
No. I'm not. I'm saying they're gonna. Bears are gonna score. Bears are gonna.
That's why we pay you the big bucks for that type of breakdown. That's good stuff. You got to score more points to win in the NFL.
But no, they do not have a full defense back, but they're getting like one guy at a time is coming back. I was looking at that earlier in the week.
I would probably go Leggett. That's a maybe Jennings is a safer play. I don't know. That's tough. You're going up against the Texans defense with you know what? Go with the better name. Go with Jennings. Manungai I don't think has enough because of the fact that Swift's been so good. I can't trust him because he's only been in the end zone once. I think he's a good bench player and could have a bigger role. But I think Jennings is probably the safest play. But Leggett, looked good last week. I drafted him in Dynasty last week, last year, and he hasn't done shit. So I'm kind of holding on to him, hoping he does what he did last week consistently. That'd be great. Let's see. I got offered to give up Keenan Allen to gain Rome Odunze. Bingo, man. I would take that. Rome's had 2 or 3 really slow weeks, but he was really good early. And I do think there's a lot of weapons going on there in L.A. I'm still big on Ladd McConkey. I think he's starting to turn it on more. And then Quentin Johnson was back last week from injury. And then you see what their tight ends are doing. So I don't think Keenan Allen's going to put up great numbers every week. I'd take a shot at Rome and hoping he bounces back. That's what I would think there.
And the Bears are on fire.
And the Bears are on fire. And to be honest, Caleb hasn't looked that great. They're just getting plays when they need them. The run game's been good, which should open up things for him. He hasn't really had a great completion percentage, at least last week. And their defense has been rock solid. So we'll see. I think Rome's a better player, to be honest. From the50.com, if you guys want to get involved, you can subscribe on YouTube. You can follow us on TikTok. We're live every Wednesday during the NFL season for Just Talking Ball. We're answering fantasy questions. We're answering any questions. We're taking hot takes on the NFL for Week 8 as we get ready for Sunday. Go ahead.
Sorry, we're actually answering anything you want. If you want
anything you want.
You want to learn how to make a turkey? I can help you.
Somebody was in the drive-thru at McDonald's and asked us what condiment to get for the chicken nuggets. So, we'll answer whatever you want. We'll answer anything. We're life Sherpas, Big Web. We're not just football minds. We're just here for the ride. We're just here to help.
For the average Joe, we're here for the average.
That's the same. Average Joe football fan. We're here. And we're live every Sunday during the NFL season, 9:30 a.m. CT all the way up until 11. We've been doing this program in some capacity since 2018. We've changed things a bit. We've changed schedules. We've done, but all of us have been together. Me, Big Web, Zook, Tolly, and Nick have been together since 2018. So 7 years, man. It's been a lot of fun. We're continuing it for a long time from here as well. So hit the follow button. Appreciate you guys. 7-0, yes or no. I get Rice and Mason, and I give up Achane and AJ or Nico. I have JT and Bijan. That's from Lowe. So he's got 2 great running backs in Jonathan Taylor and Bijan. He's saying give up Achane, and I get Rashee Rice and Mason. Mason he was hurt, I believe. Then he's been a little quiet, kind of, and Aaron Jones is coming back to Minnesota. So he's taking a hit on running backs, Big Web, but he doesn't really need running backs. He's kind of set.
The other running backs.
So
it's really Achane against
Rashee Rice. Guy. It's Achane, and then he's getting Rashee Rice if he gives up Achane, and then he's going to give up. I guess he means AJ Brown or Nico. Give up Nico. Give up Nico for Rashee Rice. Don't give up A.J. Brown. All I was doing was talking shit on his fantasy year, and he's starting to put up numbers. So I would keep A.J. Brown. But I'd probably do that.
So what did you say about Mason? What's wrong with Mason?
Mason, I think he was banged up a couple weeks ago, I believe, and his if not, his numbers just haven't been great. I thought I saw they got hurt, and I know now that Aaron Jones is coming back, so they have a split back. Mason was the main guy when Jones was out. Now that Jones is coming back, they're going to do probably a split back again, so that diminishes his fantasy value. That's the
Mason reminds me of Pacheco. Like a guy that just hits that line like a ball of fire and high knee lifts and stuff like that and smoking. But why do those guys? So you got that guy, just a guy popping in there like crazy and not going to stop his legs from turning. And you got the other guys that are more finesse, a Barkley who's strong, but he could also move. It seems like got more longevity. He's proven it. Yeah. But a guy like Barkley's got more longevity. But those guys that pop quick, I mean, frick, man, like Pacheco's averaging like 36 yards a game now. I don't know what's going on with that, but there might be something to it. These guys don't have a big lifespan when they just pound it in there. And what's his name? Scadabo, that goes under that same definition too.
Yeah, Scadabo is going to be in the league for 3 years, and it's going to be a great 3 years. But the way he plays, that's the conversation. I actually kind of disagree. I think Mason's more of a ground and pound guy. I mean, he's got some speed, but he's more of the typical 3-down back type of guy. And I like him a lot for his value. He started out hot, and then lately he's gone down a little bit.
Beginning of the year, he was smoking. He was great.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, for sure. I like him. I think he's got a bright future in Minnesota. But they like Aaron Jones still. Aaron Jones has been in the league forever. But they like, teams like the 1-2 punch. They don't like one running back anymore. They like to have kind of a boom, the Sonic and Knuckles like Detroit has. They like the speed. They like the power. They like being able to switch and do what they want. And that's what they do.
Minnesota loves to get Green Bay's offspring all the time. I don't know why. They love to do
that. Let's see. Should I keep ETN or trade him for Monty? I have Henry and Saquon already. That's from Big Mac. I'd probably keep ETN. It's not just what Gibbs did last week. Gibbs had his best game of the year, and he's also their number one back. Monty's always a good guy to have on the bench, but you just can't trust it because of how good Gibbs is.
Share the time, right? He's got to share too much time.
He's not even share time anymore, though. Gibbs is becoming the guy. He is the guy. And Monty has to score a touchdown to have a really big-time fantasy value. I think ETN's got a way higher upside, so I wouldn't, as a Lions fan, I wouldn't touch Monty. That's just me. The Juice Meter says, do you still do horse races? I do not. That's been 2 years ago, 3 years ago, Big Web. Used to do the horse races where I
Has it really been that? It's fun.
I had started Weber Bets, I think, in early 2023. It was good times. It was fun. That was simpler times, my man. That was rolling dice and up till 10:30 on a weeknight with no responsibilities and having a great time on TikTok. And things have changed. We're just focused on football only, and that's where the From the 50 stuff comes in. We're doing all content and all shows with this platform now, but appreciate the shout out, man. Those were fun times for sure. Let's go to a few more. Big Web, I'm actually going to go ahead and bring this up to you, by the way. You made a good point last week. I'll be honest, I don't have time to edit the parlays every week, and also, to be completely honest, they're not getting the same numbers they used to. So here's what we're going to do to make things fair for us, because the thing I want to build the most is this program on YouTube, especially on the podcast feed, TikTok. I want you to be able to play on an even field. You complained last Sunday saying we get to pick on Sundays for the unfaithful parlay. You got to pick on Wednesdays. Well, we don't have to do that. Let's pick on Sundays. Is that good? Is that good with you?
Oh, absolutely. We get a lot more information. We get updates. It's huge. Sure.
Okay. Are you going to allow us to pick again? Because if you don't, we're going to war on Sunday, because I wouldn't call them excuses. I have good reasons on why we need another shot. I'll just let you know.
Oh, no, you guys get to pick. Sure.
Okay.
You guys can pick every week. It's all good.
Okay.
It's all good. The
right.
challenge is on now, baby.
I think it is a challenge is on. Yeah.
We gotta get. I mean, it's early in the year, man. This is only week 8. I'm planning on winning money this year. So far, we haven't, but I'm not saying we're not.
I'm planning on it though. That's the good news. We're planning on it. We'll get there. As long as you plan on it, it will happen.
Well, let me tell you something. It has happened before. It'll happen again.
You know, it reminds me of the Cardinals saying, like, we're finally going to focus on our minor league system, like, as opposed to what? Oh, we need to make sure our minor league system is actually preparing these players for the majors. So what the fuck you been doing the last 5 years? It's like you saying, "Oh, I'm really going to win now." What's been going on in the first 7 weeks? Like, why hasn't that been the goal in the first place?
Well, it will help what you just said. We'll pick on Sundays. That'll help out quite a bit.
Okay. I hope we go on a streak here then. This is good. And then also what's exciting is starting next week, Big Web and I are going on the 5-week carryover bet with the Baltimore Ravens, 1-5. The Bears scared us a little bit. But we decided with the kind of shitty schedule they got coming up, and shitty I mean in a good way, bad teams coming up, that we're going to carry over moneyline bets. Each put $50 in, and we got $100 in week 9. Then if we win, that carryovers to week 10, 11, all the way, I believe, till week 12.
All of it.
All of it. Week 12, I believe. All carryover. That's going to be a fun one. I'm excited about that. And I feel good about it. Feel good.
No, and it's smart. We waited for the bye. We waited for the Bears who were on fire, and we called that. You called it 2 weeks ago that we were going to wait for the Bears. So that's good, and it's a well thought out, good idea. And guess who else is behind it?
Who's that?
The general public.
Yes,
because today, their co-favorites, Baltimore's co-favorites to win the division, at plus 135. Are they
the first 1-5 team to still have the odds to win the division, or at least tied to win the division? I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
And you want to know something? I believe they're going to be pumped up for this Bears game.
I would think
so. They what they're scared of is 1-6 going after. They see the schedule like we do, but they go, man, we got to win. We got to win 5 to go 6-6. You know, let's at least come out of this skunk part of the season at 6-5 or whatever, you know, or whatever it is, but a winning record. So I think they want this game bad, and you know, there's bits and pieces coming back. They got a reasonable shot. Lamar was at practice today. I don't know how much he practiced. They said limited, so
yeah,
I don't know what that means.
6.5 point favorites, by the way, is what I saw yesterday. 6.5 point favorites, and you're 1-5 against a red hot Bears team. So Vegas also thinks that they're having a turnaround. I might like the Bears again plus 7.5 this week, Big Web. I mean, look, what have you seen from the Ravens to say any different? That's all I'm saying.
Exactly, and teasing the Bears up even to 10.5. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Gotta love that. From the50.com, you guys can leave voicemails. We can play your voicemail directly on the show. If you got hot takes, if you got hatred for the Detroit Lions and you want to talk about how great the Bears are, you can call in. You can let us know your top pick of the week. Guess what? If you hit, we'll probably let you back on. We'd love to have interaction on this program. There's a button on the website from the 50.com. Click, leave a voicemail. It'll take you to a website that you can click on a button on your phone, on your laptop, and record your voice message. It goes directly to us. We can play it. We can react to it. It is from the50.com and links to our YouTube page, our YouTube channel, where we are trying to grow up. We're also trying to grow up, but trying to grow that subscription base and also get the podcast feed rolling as well. From the50.com. All right, some more comments, and then we'll get out of here.
Hey, I got something for you real quick.
Yeah, sure.
So since we're not doing any picks on Wednesday nights,
sure.
How about? And I know I'm just hitting you out of the blue.
Yeah.
How about? That's what we do. We produce on the air.
We do that.
How about 5 T's? TJ and Tony's Thursday night 2-teamer. You come up with a bet. I come up with a bet. We do just a 2-team parlay every Thursday.
I like the idea. We need a new name. The name sucks. The name's terrible.
It's a lot of T's.
TJ and Tony's terrific Thursday. Whatever. I got nothing on that. Too much going on.
How about Thursday night 2-teamer?
Thursday night 2-teamer. I like or the TNF 2-teamer. Either one.
TNF 2-teamer.
The TNF 2. I like the Thursday night 2-temer. Yeah, Thursday night 2-teamer.
Thursday night 2-teamer.
Okay.
So between now and the end of the show, you got to come up with something. It could be a prop bet, blah, blah, blah. I know we're just pushing it tonight. I know, I get it.
You just put me on the spot. I mean, I'm red hot. Everybody's looking for my picks here, and all of a sudden you put me on the spot here. Yeah.
That's why we're doing it, because you're on fire.
On fire. Yeah, I'll look at that a little bit. Vikings Chargers. I mean, I like the over a little bit. I mean, that seems kind of square, but I don't know. Big Web. Let's take a look. Anybody else got a hot take for Thursday night football tomorrow night? You're an absolute lock. We got to hear them here. The Chargers gave up a ton. I mean, it was also Indianapolis scored a ton against the Chargers, but they've been scoring a ton against everybody. So I don't know if Minnesota's +3 over under is 44.5. Big Web. Is JJ McCarthy back? I'm guessing no.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. I don't think it matters for me at this point with either of them. I think I want JJ back. Vikings are going to start Carson Wentz on Thursday. JJ McCarthy not there yet from NFL.com.
Minnesota. Was that the Eagle game? No, was that the London game? No.
What are you talking about?
They were in London.
They were out of town 2 weeks ago, I believe. Early game 2 weeks ago.
Against the Browns?
I don't remember.
Anyway,
I have no idea. It's good radio. I think I like.
Tough game, I know.
It is a tough game. I kind of like the Chargers in the game itself, but something tells me Minnesota will keep it close. But it might be a square pick, but I like the over. I like the over. That's it. I just like the over, and I kind of like it where it's at.
I called it. I mean, I told you earlier in the show, last 3 games, the Chargers giving up 38, 27, and 27. You're not onto a bad idea there.
Right. Are there any other injuries that we're not sure of? Is there something else I'm missing? Because I just want the over. I mean, if you really want to be safe, I'll take it down to 39.5. I just don't think it's necessary. It could be wrong. We've been wrong plenty of times. But
all right, so injuries. Vikings fullback C.J. Ham. Linebacker Andrew Van Ginkel's been out all year.
Yeah.
Offensive tackle Christian Darrisaw. Brian McNeil, offensive tackle. McCarthy. Aaron Jones, hamstring. Xavier
is he
Scott.
Out? Is he out for sure? He's supposed to be back.
They're calling Darrisaw, O'Neal, McCarthy, Jones, Xavier Scott all questionable.
All right.
But I thought Carson Wentz was starting the game.
Carson Wentz is definitely in. This says they're going to start Wentz. JJ's not there yet. That was a day ago. NFL.com.
Chargers, Haskins is out. Alt and let's see. Offensive tackle Austin Dickelus.
See, it was Alt out. Was Alt out last week because that didn't seem to really hurt them much. They still moved the ball at will. I mean, they were down a ton. They had to throw the ball a ton, but they were successful.
He was out. He was out last week.
If you want to
go, all right. So
go ahead.
Go. No. I'm just trying to find another bet. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm saying if we want to go just props, I just think McConkey is still on the up and up as far as yards go or even receptions.
I do like McConkey. Let's see what his receptions are.
5+ on Green Book. Now it's messing with me here. 5+ on Green Book is -168. 6+ is 118. I believe he's been targeted 9+ times in the last 2 games at least.
Mm-hmm.
Lock them up says as bad as Wentz is, that Chargers defense is so bad. So yes, the over, and they will throw the ball all night. It's from Lock Them Up. That's kind of where I'm at. It's one of those things like, why is it 44.5? It shouldn't be, right? Minnesota hasn't been scoring, though. Is that what's going on? I feel like they've been fine, but obviously they're not where anybody thought they'd be. They're supposed to be scoring more. But I feel like they can get there. I mean, I know the Chargers can score, and the Vikings defense hasn't been that impressive at all. Yeah, I don't know.
So McConkey over. Let me get rid of these other picks I was looking at on here.
So they scored 22 against the Eagles. They scored 21 against the Browns, 21 against the Steelers, 48 against the Bengals, 6 against the Falcons. It's all over the place. But I mean they're in the 20s most of the time. And Eagles have a good defense overall. Browns have a good defense. That was they won. That was in Cleveland as well. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I think they can score. I think they'll be fine. I do like the over.
If you want to start out soft on this thing to get a little momentum, these are two-way parlays.
Mm-hmm.
McConkey, if you buy him down to just 50, McConkey over 50, and you buy the over-under down to 39.5. Now, that's soft. I mean, but it's still plus money, plus 118.
Now, let me ask you this.
So,
I like Jefferson, too. So what if you add Jefferson in low and get it up to like 230 or something? You know what I mean? I know that's to take it away from the two-teamer. The number 3 starts with a T, too, though. You don't have to. I'm just saying. It's just your idea. If you think the two-teamer is what we're hitting, then we got to go two-teamer. I'm with you.
I guess here's the thing that happens on a two-teamer. When you do buy stuff down, it takes the flavor out of it. So I mean, if you like to, and we can play the over with the regular number, and we can play McConkey on his regular number. You know, we can see what that looks like. But that's what happens on a two-teamer. There's really not enough room to rip anything down. You know what I mean?
We also don't really have to do, plus 110. If we were talking about, okay, yeah, you're right. Plus 110 is two-teamer. We can't do. It's hard enough to win a regular minus 110. If we're gonna be sweating two parts of a parlay, it's got to be at least 2-1. I'd agree with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Ladd McConkey over 60. There you go. The game. Oh, we can buy it down a little. It's plus 242 if you got McConkey over 60, which 50, 60. What the hell? You're right there. With a receiver. Uh-oh. What do you think you think that's a dividing
I think he
line
can. I disagree with your thought there, but yeah, continue.
What do we got catches wise? What's he
6 receptions is plus 118. 5 is minus 168. I do think he'll get 5 receptions.
So now we just heard from a caller or texter that said they're going to be throwing like crazy, he says.
I'm saying take yardage on both him and JJ for Minnesota, and then take the over 39.5. If we think it's going to be a shootout, like that's how you stack it,
Oh, this is good. So you could say Thursday night two-teamer, which this week has 3 teams. It's perfect.
Yeah, this week's two-teamer that has 3 teams. It rolls right off the tongue. It's great.
We could call that every week. We could do that every week.
Yeah, that could work.
Thursday night two-teamer, which has 3 teams. Perfect.
Perfect. It's like it's made for us. It was made for this program. That makes sense.
Exactly. So what level are we putting these at? What do you want to do? Are they all full tilt, or what are you doing?
No, I like over 39.5. I like McConkey over 50, and then Jefferson. I would probably put at 70 plus is minus 179. But I mean, if we're going just to hit, then that's the number. Which,
okay,
I mean,
39.5. Then we go to our receivers.
Carry the one from the50.com. If you guys want to follow the program on YouTube, we have every show Wednesday nights for Just Talking Ball, and then also on Sunday mornings for the NFL kickoff every single week. Football Sunday.
TJ, how much you want for Jefferson? 60, 70?
70 plus.
80?
70. Start with 70.
70s minus 170. All right. Let's see what we got here.
With the over, that should be above 220, I'm thinking.
214. We got JJ over 70, McConkey over 50, and the over in the game. I mean, if it does go over, you would think those two guys have something to do with it.
I can live with that, but also I would be willing to take a shot at him 80+. But here's the thing.
JJ?
This is what I do, though. I got to be honest with you. I'm talking myself through this. I just picked up this gentleman on my fantasy team, so that's where my head's at, Big Web. So he might not get it, but I have my own mind. I made a trade for him. I traded one of my favorite players in the world, Jahmyr Gibbs, to go get him because I needed a receiver, and I got
traded Gibbs.
My team is 2-5. I had to make a move, so I basically traded Gibbs and McConkey for Jefferson, Breece Hall, and the rookie running back from Washington. I took a shot because my team's got so many holes in it. I need to, give it a shot. Gibbs, if you have one good player, it doesn't help you. You need the whole thing. So I gave one guy Gibbs, he's got the best running back duo in the league, and now I have a full team. But I'm taking a shot. Breece Hall hasn't gotten the end zone yet this year. I'm hoping he does. JJ hasn't had a great year yet because of his quarterback situation, which I've said over and over again. But you got to take chances in fantasy football. I'm 2-5. I'm taking one last swing at the playoffs. But that's how much I need him. So maybe my mind's thinking, oh, he will go off, and I'm doubling down. And then maybe it won't work out. I don't know. Maybe it won't work out.
So do you want him at 60 or do you want him at 70?
Okay. Let's take him. Do you want to take him away or do you want to keep him on? Because my thought is to take McConkey 50+ and then take the over back to 44.5. That's what I'm thinking. If we don't want to add a third one, but I like Jefferson over 70.
I like this. I like this the way it is. Really,
I like Jefferson over 70. I know it's just not as sexy of a number as we want it to be, but 214. I said I wanted 2-1. It's 3-legger, but again. You think you're stacking the way you should with the over and with two top receivers. That's what I'm thinking. So
ladies and gentlemen, that's the way you talk through a two-teamer that has three teams here on From the 50.
I like it. All right, so we got over 39.5, McConkey over 50 yards receiving, JJ over 70 receiving, and it's plus 214, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Two-teamer that has three teams.
On the board.
I like this. Now let's also.
We're back next Wednesday.
Yes. We will make sure we remember this one. I have it on my sticky note. There we go. It's on a sticky note.
Now it's official.
Now it's official. It's on the sticky note. I think what we should do too, Dad, even if we don't bet it, for the audience, part of the two-leg parlay or the Thursday night two-teamer that has three teams, we'll bet all three in the parlay, but we should get rid of one. If we had to, get rid of one so that if people want to actually bet the two-teamer, you can win that way. You know what I'm saying? We should give them, we're betting the three-teamer, but here's what it would be if it was a two-teamer. So what do you think? Would you take out JJ?
I have to because I was sold on the first two-teamer, so I'm good.
That's fair. Yep. I would take out JJ too, but we're not. We're not.
We're not. No, he's in, but
he's in.
For the fact of getting it down to a two-teamer that we'll do every week, that's fine.
I also want to see, I want to keep a record for just the two-teamer one to see how many times that hits compared to the three-teamer. That's supposed to be a two-teamer. This is fun.
Well,
this is fun.
There's a lot of talk going on, and you know how many times you only lose one leg on a 4 or 5 team.
Oh, God.
So the shorter amount of teams is the better way to go.
It's not as fun, but it is the way to do it. It is the way to do it.
Unless the cooler walks in the room and fucks everything up.
Yeah. Get the jinx out of your life on a Sunday, NFL Sunday. If you got a buddy that walks in and your fantasy team goes to shit and your parlays all suck, get him out of there.
Yeah. And the redheaded guy from Southern Illinois knows who I'm fucking talking about.
Shut up. All right, that'll do it. Big Web, any last minute thoughts before we wrap this one up?
Hey, whatever you're betting out there, bet the doghouse, not the house. And enjoy yourself.
There you go. From the50.com, from the50.com. If you guys missed any of the program, again, subscribe on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Subscribe on YouTube. We're live every Wednesday from 8 o'clock on till whenever on Just Talkin' Ball here on TikTok and on YouTube. And then Sundays, every NFL Sunday, 9:30 a.m. CT all the way up until 11. We got picks, we got analysis, we got, I don't know if you call it analysis, we got fantasy questions, we got all kinds of fun stuff. Every single football Sunday, wake up with us, and we'll get you ready for the week that is. This week, week 8, coming to you live from this studio on Sunday. Me, Big Web, Zook, Nick, and Tolly. This time for Just Talkin' Ball for Big Web, I'm TJ Weber saying we'll see you on Sunday. Good luck in week number 8.